Siddhartha was born between the 6th and 4th century BC in the Himalayan foothills of Nepal. He was born as the son of a wealthy king, which makes him a prince. A prophecy said he will either grow up to be the king of India, or a holy man. Wanting him to be the former, his father kept him isolated in a palace and gave him everything. For 29 years, Siddhartha lived in bliss. He was protected by the smallest misfortunes of the outside world. He was given every imaginable luxury. Jewelries, servants, and even beautiful dancing women. But one day, he left the palace for short excursions. What he saw amazed him. First, he met a sick man. Then, he met an old and aging man. And he saw a dead man. He was astounded to discover that these unfortunate people represented normal, indeed, inevitable parts of the human condition that would one day touch him too. Fascinated by what he saw, he made another trip out of the palace again, and encountered a holy man. The holy man had already learned to seek spiritual life in the midst of the vastness of human suffering. Inspired by the holy man, Siddhartha left the palace for good, without telling anyone, leaving his wife and son confused. He tried to learn from other holy men and almost starved himself to death from avoiding all physical comforts and pleasures. He cannot think when he is too comfortable living or when he is starving. That is when he discovered the middle path.
This is the middle path, the way between the path of moderation between the extremes of sensual indulgence and self-mortification. This is the path of wisdom.
Siddhartha yet meditated and finally reached the highest state of enlightenment. It is called nirvana. It refers to the blowing out of the flames of desire. Siddhartha had now become a Buddha, the awakened one. The Buddha awoke by recognizing that all of creation, from distraught ants to dying human beings, is unified by suffering. The Buddha discovered how to best approach suffering. Instead of living in luxury, one should only live in moderation. The Buddha called this the middle way. This allows maximal concentration on cultivating compassion for others and seeking enlightenment. The Buddha described a path to transcending suffering called the Four Noble Truths. First, the realization that first prompted the Buddha's journey that there is suffering and constant dissatisfaction in the world. Second, suffering is caused by cravings and desires. Third, we can transcend suffering by removing or managing these desires. We are unhappy not because we don't have enough money, love, or status, We are unhappy because we are greedy, vain, and insecure. By reorienting our mind, we can learn to be content. Last, we can learn to move beyond suffering through the Eightfold Path.
The first of the Eightfold Path is having the right view, which is to have the right concepts and right ideas. Right view encompasses observations that lead us away from delusion and wrong views. It is a wisdom that truly comprehends cause and effect. It is a right understanding that results from contemplating phenomena through the three Dharma seals, the Four Noble Truths, and the 12 links of dependent origination. Looking at it from a broader perspective, we can see that all truths of Buddhism are right views. The next is having the right thought. It is also known as right determination, right differentiation, right awareness, and right intention. Eliminate the three poisons of greed, anger, and ignorance by keeping your thought in accord with the right Dharma at every moment. The three poisons of greed, anger, and ignorance bind us and keep us from seeking the way. When our thoughts are in accord with the right Dharma at every moment, we can eliminate the three poisons and grow closer to becoming Buddhas.
Alright, so the next Eightfold Path is right speech. Right speech is the wholesome verbal karma and also refers to 4 of the 10 wholesome actions of the Eightfold Path. These are the 4 kinds of right speech. The first one is words of truth, which means that the words that you speak have to be true, honest, and not duplicitous. The next type of right speech is words of compassion. These are words that are kind, soft, and give others confidence. The third kind of right speech is words of praise. These are words that encourage others and bring them joy and happiness. And the fourth and final kind of right speech is words of altruism. These are words that help and benefit others. Moving on, the next Eightfold Path is right action. Right action is behavior that is right and in accordance with the truth. It is wholesome bodily karma, which includes 3 of the 10 wholesome actions, which are not killing, not stealing, and not engaging in sexual misconduct. However, following this is just passively not committing unwholesomely to good deeds. The active meaning of right action is to protect life, be compassionate, and give charity.
The next right path is the right path of livelihood. Right livelihood refers to the right occupation and right way to make a living. Having a moral profession in life is extremely important because most unwholesomeness comes from doing things that harm others and ourselves. Occupations such as working in a gambling establishment or a brothel or dealing drugs or arms are not examples of right livelihood because they involve killing, stealing, lying, engaging in sexual misconduct, and selling intoxicants. The next path is a path of mindfulness. Right mindfulness is also known as true contemplation. It means to have a mind that is pure, aware, and does not give rise to unwholesome thoughts. It is contemplating the right path. There are 4 applications of right mindfulness. They are: contemplate the impurities of the body, contemplate the suffering of feelings, contemplate the impermanence of the mind, and contemplate the non-selfhood of phenomena.
The rights I'm going to talk about is right effort. Right effort is also known as the right diligence, right skillful means, and caring for the Dharma. It means that we should move in the direction of truth with courage and diligence. The 4 right efforts are to prevent unwholesome states that have not yet arisen, to end unwholesome states that have arisen, to develop wholesome states that have not yet arisen, and to strengthen wholesome states that have arisen. next one will be right concentration. Right meditative concentration is using samadhi to focus the mind and settle the distracted body so we can cultivate ourselves. True samadhi is not merely a matter of setting in meditation. It is also developing and exploring our mind, our inner capacity. Right meditative concentration should bring us good health. It should help us focus on single-mindedness and attain peace. It should clarify the mind and lead us from ignorance to the state of awakening. Ultimately, cultivating right meditative concentration will reveal our Buddha nature to us and allow us to discover our true self.